Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Uncle Bandit stream. I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe out there. You know, I'm doing pretty okay today. Just been kinda, I don't know, just kinda taking my time with stuff. Just trying to spend at least a little more time just, I don't know. Just, I don't know, taking things easy, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how else to really describe it. Honestly. But speaking of not being able to describe things, today we are continuing our playthrough of the Bookwalker Thief of Tales. So without further ado, let's hop back into the video verse. When we welcome on in. When we last left off, we started the Heart of Sand. This is our last job. So, at least before we can get these shackles off of our person. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that we need. I think we're trying to get a weather machine, I believe. Yeah, and we just ended up here. We had this interesting scene. This poor guy is sitting on the ground, leaning against a wall. An idiotic grin is lighting up his face. Hey, you okay, friend? Marie. Such a good girl, Marie. Looks like he's still caught in the joy storm. I can wait. 2 minutes pass. 3. 5. Finally, the man opens his eyes. Oh, need something, man? Thanks for not interrupting me. I really got caught up in that one. Hold on. Why do your visions last so long when mine ended 10... Sorry, I had to sneeze off mic. Anyway. Hold on, why did your visions last so long when mine ended 10 minutes ago? Is this your first joy storm, man? Yeah, kinda. Oh, nice. God. Already off to, like, a brilliant start. Alright, yeah, kinda. Here's some advice. Try not to move or look around too much. Concentrate on one thing and don't use up all your strength at once. That helps the visions last long. Okay, got it. So what was it you wanted? I'm, looking for the meteorologist's house. Looking for the sale, huh? Head straight south to the square and you should see the sale tent. But I wouldn't count on much there if I were you. Okay, thanks. Oh, there was a door there. If anything, I am kind of looking for food. Yeah, keeping an eye out for just stuff. The woman looks you over suspiciously. This man hasn't come out of the storm's clutches yet. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little concerned about her lack of health, but... especially considering our lack of inventory. See devices lined up on a dusty counter. Are you out of your mind with prices like that, you old hag? An old man standing nearby calls out in the direction of the counter. A tired-looking woman is behind you, and you see the slightest flame of hope flare up in her eyes when she sees you. Another one. You're just here to look with no money, then get lost. The counter is still surprisingly full, considering the meteorologist died a whole 3 days ago. Are you selling the meteorologist's possessions? Yes. All my husband's things are right here. Anything catch your eye? The counter is covered in devices of all different sizes and complexities. Which one controls the weather? I don't know. Text says it's a device covered in switches and dials. They're all covered in switches and dials. How about we look at the most worn out one? That look like they've been used every day. There are two that fit the description, on the left and right. How much for this device? 100 bags of sand. How much? My price is firm, she says this harshly. My husband didn't make all of these devices or whatever by hand just for them to be given out for free. I paid 10 bags of sand as a bribe just to get in here, and for that I had to crawl through the sewer. A bribe? And you want 100 bags for just some piece of junk? Just grab it and jump out of the book. We'll figure it out later. Where are you seeing junk here, you jerk? Get lost. I'm calling the guards. Oh, God. He grabs the radio attached to a pillar. Just grab the devices. Damn it, Etienne. Do it. You're the one who deserves to be arrested. 100 bags? You're insane. That's what I said. You're insane. You hear the old man shouting from behind you. Not sure why he's still here. Hands up. You turn slowly and see two guards with their clubs raised and ready. That's him. He tried to steal my husband's possessions. Arrest him. I was just looking. Don't worry, miss. We'll handle this. I don't know. I feel like these are all bad options. That's good. I don't know, let's see what happens. Grab a random device off the counter and start pushing every switch and button you see. The guard and the meteorologist's wife watch you in silence. I don't think that's gonna help much. Just run. Hear the whooshing of a club somewhere behind you. Watch out! Bam. Etienne! Silence falls, and darkness. You open your eyes. It's cold. Damn it. Was I on for long? Silence. Damn guards. You rub the back of your head, which is throbbing. Did anything else happen while I was passed out? Silence. Roderick? You tilt your head looking for the cage, but it's gone. Damn it. Yeah, where are we? There's the train tracks. Might as well follow them, see where they go. Oh. You've already raised the ladder. Aha! Notice a slight glow coming from between the loose wall plates. What's this? Examine the inscription on the plate. You see a barely noticeable inscription on the plate. Trust a bag of bricks. Come on, I already know that. You notice that the wall plate isn't completely attached to the wall. Maybe I can move it. Cute. Oh, it's in the crate. Oh, well. Doesn't help. I really have not gotten much. I do not have a crowbar. Crate hinges have been bound with steel wire. Right behind the grating, you see a path leading out of the sewer. It won't budge. Come on. Nothing happens. Come on. Fucking hell. Open up. Ah! You pull at the steel bars with all your might, but nothing happens. Well, this is just great. So close, but looks like this is the end. Remember that you have ink you can use that you've used on plenty of other occasions. All right, I'm a writer. You hesitate for a second. Right? Oh. Use ink to weaken the grating. The ink envelops the bars of the grating and they start to slowly rust. Bang! You easily knock them out of place and clear your path. Done. I'm coming, Roderick. Bricks. Yeah, no, I can't go that way. Yeah, let's just keep moving. Yeah, no, I think I've just been really, really bad at... You hide around the corner and peek out the tent. Yes, Mr. Nariano, I'm sure. He's looking for that exact thing. Called it a weather controller. Mr. Nariano is carefully twisting a device in his hands, trying to figure out how it works. Damn, he's already here too. This thing really can control the storms. Do you think my husband really created something like that? And didn't tell us? All these years. All those people who died in the storms or who went insane. He might have been responsible for all that? I wouldn't jump to conclusions. We don't actually know what the device can do, and maybe your husband did everything he could. I hope so. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for telling me this. It would have been terrible if such a valuable object fell into the hands of a stranger. I think we should... Go, 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 go! Crash. Your hit shatters the radio on the pole. The woman runs into a house. Give me that. Can it really control the weather? He asks calmly. Well, what if it could? I can't just give you the controller. This thing could decide the fate of the whole town. Look, I'm sorry, man. Ariano takes a step back, grasping the controller tightly to his chest. Looks like he's prepared to fight for it to the very end. You notice a familiar object around his neck. Hold on, that's mine. You point at Roderick's cage, which is hanging around Ariano's neck. When the hell did you manage to steal it? Sharply yank the cage off his neck and stuff it in your pocket. Nariano flinches, not expecting you to act so suddenly. We need to run. Now. Huh? Attention all residents, this is Lindef speaking. There's a death storm coming. I repeat, a death storm is approaching. Start evacuating. We have 10 minutes. Did you push something? No, I didn't touch it. We need to stop the storm. Give it to me now. Not a chance. Nariano takes a step forward. Tell me how to work it and I'll stop the storm. I don't actually know, but I can try and figure it out. Looking for the instructions. Then what use are you? You're just going to let people's lives depend on your attempt to try and figure it out? Let me at least look at the display. I can see what it means. Death storm 7 minutes. Hurry. Anyone with an empty train, take on Upper District residents. Train 12 is causing a jam up at the exit. The wheel fell off. Get that car off the tracks. It's blocking the way. I'm going to see Lindef. He and I will figure this out ourselves. Get out of my way. I don't want to, hit him. I'm gonna grab him, though. Nariano walks slowly past you. You try to grab him, but out of the corner of your eye, you see an object flying right at you. The steel tip of a cane. Bang. Damn it, not again. Ugh, not again. You fall. Right before you hit the ground, you see Nariano climbing the stairs to the meteorology tower. You open your eyes and get up with some difficulty. Finally, get up the tower quickly and grab the controller. I don't know anything about a controller. My father didn't tell me anything. Darn, wrong button. I need to check the stormometer. Warning, death storm in 2 minutes. I don't know either. Just push something, Mr. Nariano. Alright, let's go. One final push. It's been such a long day. Yeah, no. Nariano is arguing with a young man, the controller in their hands. A wild wind blows through the window. Storm is almost here. We're out of time. Before Nariano can react, you punch him in the jaw. Can't have you interfering. Young man watches in silence, slowly pressing himself against the wall. I'm taking this. You take the controller off of Mr. Nariano's unconscious body. You had your chance to stop the storm. Now it's my turn. The young man presses himself against a panel of instruments. Red lights are flashing all over it. 30 seconds, he says, taking a quick glance at the window, then squeezing his eyes shut. Dozens of buttons and switches, and not a single one is labeled. Yeah, no, this is bad. What an egotistic asshole. The look the young man shoots you is filled with 10% understanding and 90% fear of dying in a death storm. There are 3 big switches above the display. Start with those. I'll check the text, but there's not much about it here either. Okay. Second switch. 2 lights on the panel below come on. There are 2 buttons next to the lights. First button? Alarm set for 4 a.m. Oh. The young man gives you a gloomy look. A shred of hope that he might be saved seems to have just evaporated. Okay. First switch is an alarm. Okay, the first switch is completely broken. Third switch, the device starts vibrating. Whatever that means. First switch. The switch clicks loudly as it moves, then a multitude of indicators and buttons light up on the display. Let's see. Spin the device around, trying to decide what buttons to push now. The wind coming in through the window picks up, and a strange metallic taste starts filling your mouth. You smell burnt metal. Okay. I'm gonna pray here. Storm is still moving. It slowed down, but it's still getting closer. Okay. Ah! It's moving away. It's moving away! Phew. Push the controller down with shaking hands, and you hear cheers from the people outside getting louder and louder. Oh, that was close. Way too much going on. For my first day, he holds his head in his hands. A large crowd is gathered in front of the tower. The people around you are loudly discussing what just happened. I saw the storm move away at the last minute. I saw it with my very own eyes. It was just about to reach the town, but then it stopped. All right, calm down. Storm is gone. Go home now. What if it comes back? Well, you look at the controller in your hands. We'll just have to hope it doesn't come back. Why did it move away at the last second anyways? Yeah, and why did it get so close to the town? That's never happened before. It's a long story. We drove it off, don't worry. We? Who's we? We're gonna give the credit to the meteorologist. Put your hand on the young man's shoulder. Lindef, the young meteorologist, did an excellent job proving himself. He managed to neutralize the death storm at the very last second. The crowd starts cheering. Hooray for Lindef! What do you mean neutralize? That's not important. What's important is that you're not in danger right now. Now it's time for me to go. You look out at the uncomprehending crowd before you jump, and your eyes slide over the people until they meet Lindef's looking straight at you. Are you... that Gestures at the controller, which you've already tucked under your arm as you prepare to jump out of the book. Listen, kid. This is your moment of truth, Etienne. What moment of... You'll do just fine without it. Don't worry. You'll do just fine. Or these storms almost never hit the town anyway. Just keep on going a little longer. Then the book will end. And then everything will work itself out. Are there storms where you're from too? Definitely not like these. Then maybe you can leave it with us? That device. Since the next time a storm comes, we won't be able to... Sorry. This device is the only thing that's keeping me from something dear to me. You thump your chest with your fist. Oh. Alright. Lindef backs off defeatedly. Oh, man. I gotta think about it. Man. Ugh. Damn it. You look around at the uncomprehending crowd. The people have gone quiet as they listen to your conversation with Lindef. Think on it some more. Damn you, Roderick. It's not that simple. All you do is sit there in my pocket. It's nothing to you. Whispers start running through the crowd. You hear snippets like insane and talking to himself. I can hand in this damn thing and get my shackles off. You understand how much that will change things? You understand how valuable it is to me? All the suffering I went through for this? Just look around. Again, sigh, but decide to look around at the whispering crowd. Are these real people you see in front of you? You examine the people in the crowd. Some are whispering and watching your performance, but it seems as though everyone knows that something important is happening. Even the guards who practically cracked your skull earlier are standing off to the side and excitedly discussing something. Elderly men and women peer out from their windows trying to see what's happening in the darkness. A mother leads her child home. The child trips over a cable sticking out of the sand, and his mother quickly helps him up. Oh. Man. People. Fine. Damn you. You shove the controller into Lindef's hands. If another storm comes, flip this first switch first, then press that button right there. Not sure how the rest of it works. Lindef, who seems to have accepted that you're a crazy person who talks to himself, suddenly beams with joy. He gives you a hug with his free arm, and you feel the warmth in his touch. Lindef looks out at the people in the crowd. You still don't understand how the Death Storm, this odd device, and the man with the paper face are connected. Thank you, he whispers, looking you in the eyes once more. Alright, let's drop the sentiment. You look at the ground. Time for me to pay what's due. Farewell. Well, that sucks. I mean, what else are we gonna do? Hello? Is the order ready? No, and it won't be ready. Are you turning down the job? Yes, I've had enough. Won't put any more innocent people at risk. So it's people. Very well. What do you mean, very well? I mean, I made a decent bit of cash off of you. Besides, walkers like you usually break much sooner. So you actually did quite well in comparison. Oh, okay, he's giving us a break? What? That's odd. You may not have finished your last job, but I think you've earned your freedom just the same. Huh? A shackles expert is on his way to you right now. Thanks. He'll be there in a few minutes, so... See you soon, Etienne. Quick. Wow! So he's like, yeah, no, I'll give it to you. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Stay down. No, I'm not seeing that. Where do you think you're going? Where's the rope? Time up. Hey! After him, quickly! You fall into the cold sand and your pursuers land nearby. Say you want to do this the hard way. Damn, it's so cold here. Where's Vince? He's waiting in the car just in case. Wait, Vince was on your side the whole time? Bastard. Deal with him quickly. I'll get the book ready so we can get to the collector. Can you handle this? Hey, anybody want to help me? I just saved your city a minute ago. Come on. Your voice echoes through the empty square. It seems like everyone is in bed asleep already. Fine. I have no health. Oh, I have no health. This is pretty bad. Yeah, I have to go shield or else life gets really hard. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, this is... This is so bad. Damn it, we don't stand a chance against them. You look around the battlefield and notice one of the thugs dropped a book. Are you giving in? I have this idea. Well, if you're sure about it. You charge forward, quickly snatch up the book and open it. We're jumping into a book in the book? Okay. I didn't know you could do that. Sure? Oh! And... What? Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, look at his face. That's interesting. Why? Everything's blurry. There's no color? Gone too deep. We're inside a book, inside a book. Barely breathe. Me too. Need to find the collector as soon as we can, then get out of here. What's your face? Why? What's... You touch your mask. Damn it, we need to hurry. I really wish I had health. You notice some familiar-looking briefcases. A tag is visible on one of them. Walker, Rich A, Item X, Client Herman Publishing. What are those? Briefcases for stolen items. They give the collector his orders in briefcases like these. So there are objects from other books inside? Think there's something you could use in there? You open two of the briefcases in front of you at random. An old rag doll is inside the briefcase along with a set of rusty pins. Oh, is that a voodoo doll? Is that what I think it is? I don't know. What do you think it is? Voodoo doll. It even has pins. Second briefcase. A leather-bound book lies on a velvet cushion inside the briefcase. There's something written here. Al-Azif? Al-Azif. Oh, is that? I think that's like a... Wait, is that like the Necronomicon? Like the Book of the Dead? I'll take the book. You take the book out of the briefcase and instinctively clutch it to your chest. You could swear you hear its leather binding through your coat. Look, there's something else here. Next to the briefcases is a bag stuffed to the brim with a note attached that says, "To be sorted." Inside you find a folded up cloak, an opaque glass capsule, a small wand, and an old broom. Tag on the wand says, "Polymorph wand, transform the target into an Ovis Ares." Ovis Ares. Sounds ominous. Just don't point it at yourself. The broom trembles in your hand. You can feel it itching to take off. Okay, flying broom, that's cool. Examine the cloak. You try and unfold the cloak, but as soon as your hand slips inside, the cloak disappears. So does your hand. Ah! Quiet. Carefully pull your hand out, and it's instantly visible again along with the cloak. The capsule, you see a yellow triangle with a biohazard symbol inside it. Not a great start. Something written here. Fear toxin. Inhalation causes prolonged panic and hallucinations. Store in a dark location. Ooh, should we take it? Yeah, we'll just take everything. You hide the capsule and the wand in your pockets. Throw the folded cloak up on... Throw the folded cloak on your shoulder and grab the broom. You're really kitted out. Hope we can use all this. Let's go find the collector. Wait. 3 walkers are standing around a table in a brightly lit room. Yet they haven't noticed you yet. Damn it, so this is where they handled the briefcase for the orders? What's the plan? I feel like the idea is to use our invisibility cloak. You know what I'm saying? Because there's 3 of them, I have 1 health, and life is hard. You unfold the invisibility cloak and put it on over your clothes. Looks like it's working. What next? Oh no, if I walk into the room, will I, like, observe anything? But why? What if there's something useful in there? You tiptoe into the room and start walking around the table. Everybody freeze. The man stopped cold. There's someone here. Someone just touched my leg. Find the spy. The walkers spring into action and start searching the room. Oh, well, okay, I screwed that up. You fall back onto your back and surprise the invisibility cloak falls off. Hi guys, I work here. Sound the alarm. Okay. Well, that's bad. I don't know, does the book do good? Don't think I have enough for it. Yeah, I'm super bummed. And I won't give up that easily. Oh, I gather my strength. Still got a lot left in me. Oh, okay. Well, I guess the game is a bit more forgiving than that. Yeah, no, this is, rough. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I don't really know what to do here. Of course, now I feel like really silly for trying to get stuff, but what are you gonna do? Well, there's briefcases. That's something. Alright, let's see if there's anything interesting in here. Should we start with some kind of weapon? Massive futuristic blaster lies in the briefcase. Wow, that looks dangerous. Don't you think it's a little too much? It's like for shooting tanks, not walkers. At least it's reliable. Faceted bottle wrapped in packing film inside the briefcase. The liquid inside is transparent, but a faint rainbow shimmers across the... What's this? The note is lying next to the bottle. You unfold it and... I found the water of life like you asked, but I'm never going into a fairy tale again. Not for all the money in the world. What in the world was going on in those writers' heads? I'll be expecting my usual pay. You know what? We'll take the bottle. Put your previous artifact on the table, unwrap the packing film, and take the bottle containing the water of life. Yeah, no, because I kind of... Yeah, because I'm gonna be real with you, chat. I do not feel particularly confident about my chances. You see two walkers standing in the passageway. They seem to be guarding another set of boxes. They're discussing something quietly, completely unaware of your presence. I don't know, man. I feel like the toxin capsules are kind of like just in case something... Are you sure? You've never flown on one of those before. Yeah, I'm sure. Whatever. Try it. Trust me, I'll be fine. You hold the broom between your legs and push off from the ground. The broom takes off violently and flies into the room, where it drops you in front of the Bookwalkers before flying off somewhere. Well. That's how that goes. Ow. Who the hell are you? Looks like we have a spy here. Okay, let's just fight. I don't have time for this. Get out of my way. The walkers say nothing. Just drop into fighting state. Okay. I really need that water. Okay. I'm kind of hoping for a miss here. Go. We got ourselves a miss. Oh, that's really bad. Cool. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize I still had my shield up. Yeah, I mean, we're hanging in there. In our own way. One guy down. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of using him to basically restore my ink for the most part. Well. Alright, let's see what we got. A honed, sharp scythe that radiates coldness. So death is out there in some book without a scythe? I bet. A small box inside the briefcase surrounded by a flickering blue aura. What's this? You poke the box uncertainly with one finger. Blue field instantly surrounds your hand, making it tingle. Some kind of energy shield? That might help in a fight. I kind of like our healing thing, to be honest. Why? I like what I have. You sure? You don't even want to see what's in the briefcases? No, I'm happy with what I got. Ready to keep going. Up. The librarian is busy arranging books and probably wouldn't even notice an atomic bomb. Oh. Stack of books, including the ones I've been in. Oh. Okay, this I feel like is where I should use the stuff. Guards notice you from far away and block your path. What's that noise over there? Is there a problem? Blink. You wind up and throw the capsule of fear toxin at your enemies. It falls right between the two closest walkers and shatters. The other men turn away and cover their faces. Hey, stop! You see both men's eyes widen in horror. You're a monster! Help! Both walkers flee past in terror, keeping their distance from you, then disappearing into the darkness. Not bad. No time to relax, the fight's not over yet. The other walkers simultaneously drop into fighting stances. Okay, so it only took out 2 of them, but... 2 is better than 4, right? Kinda do. Okay. Sure do have a lot of health. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just avoiding these, like, strong hits is, I think, the deal. Oh, okay. Alright, we're hanging in there. Okay. Not a great thing. I think taking out the guy... We're probably gonna take the hit here. Yeah, because this guy doesn't seem like someone who... Let's see if we can maybe... Okay then. Cool. Is there anything... Somehow not fights in tight spaces. Welcome on in, Brainy. I hope you're doing well. Hope today's treat you good. It seems as though we've arrived in Professor X's chamber. I don't know. All right. I give up. Just don't hit me, he smirks. Take off my goddamn shackles. You grab him by the throat. There's a slight problem with that. My shackles expert took the day off today. His daughter's sick. He's lying. I know. How about I call you when he's available, okay? It'll only be a few days. You hit him. Do you think I'm an idiot? Well, if you really want to know. You promised me you'd take them off, so hold up your end of the deal. But you didn't hold up your end. I hold it up right now. You squeeze his throat harder. Calm down, idiot. No one except the writers' police can take them off. You really think my own men would be walking around in shackles if I could take them off? I would build a literal empire stealing objects if I could do that, not this stinking warehouse. Wait, I thought you had proof that he could do it. A friend told me about him. Wait, Vince told me about you, and then I found out he was one of your thugs. Is that all part of your plan? Well, this thing that's happening now wasn't. He rubs his throat. You're going to take off my shackles. I don't know how, but that's your problem now. Or what? Are you gonna kill me? A character? He winks a horrible wink. But you've turned into such a nice guy now, haven't you? Squeeze his throat with all your strength and look him in the eye. Let's find out right now just how much of a nice guy I am. That doesn't quite inspire fear, to be honest. Let's finish this up quickly. I have things to do. Some important people will be here soon, and I'll be offloading a huge lot today. You turn around and see a stack of containers through the open door. Yeah, that's right. Think I was just sitting here twiddling my thumbs? I'm about to close the deal of the century. Are those containers full of stolen items? Fit to burst. You can only imagine what'll happen when all that floods the market. Glances briefly at a monitor, where you can see henchmen running in your direction. You're right. It certainly is time for us to finish up here. Ooh. Grab him by the essence? Ooh. Oh. Oh dear. I'm not sure what... I feel like hitting him again. I feel like grabbing him by the essence is, like, really... we'll do it. You push your hand deeper in, trying to touch not the collector's neck, but the very essence inside him. You feel a scrap of old paper. Your fingers run along the text written there in old ink many, many years ago. Wait. Ooh. What? I can call the shackles expert. Let's say tomorrow, okay? It's the only time frame I can give you. Get your shackles off and you'll be set. You can write as much as you want. Henchmen are almost here. Sorry, I'm not letting that happen to me again. Ooh. You grab his paper with both hands and start pulling it towards you. What are you thinking, Etienne? Don't worry, I've done this before. Oh no. See his client slowly separating from the book's environment, becoming something foreign. Damn, aren't his henchmen going to come for us? They don't have a direct route to that book. Besides, they won't like what's waiting for them there. Keep pulling the paper. It gets more and more difficult to pull. What's going on? Now is not the time to give up. No, I'm not giving up. This is as hard as I can pull. What now? They're right outside already. Now, if we add another force, you bend your knees ready to jump upwards. You push off the ground. You hear an unbelievably loud crunching sound, so loud that it feels like the whole world must be able to hear it. With the ringing sound, the paper in your hand separates itself from the book and it flies upwards with you. Ooh. Damn it, I think I twisted my... What on earth was that? Where the hell am I? What have you done? He looks around. We'll find out soon enough. The collector suddenly jumps up and aims a gun at you. It's an antique, decorated with a swirling pattern. Take me back. Hey, calm down. Just calm down. Etienne, hand over the book. Now. Where's my book? Ooh. Oh yeah, I took him out of his book. Afraid nothing would come of it. Hey, don't joke around with him. That thing I just did? They'll hear it. Raiders police, nobody move. Hey you, drop the gun. Not another step or I'll shoot him. Boss, that's Leroy Roshan. The collector? What the hell is going on here? Etienne? How are you mixed up in this? Oh, hello, officer. Hold on, how'd you recognize me? You came in for questioning in that same coat. Damn. Disguised my face, but I forgot to put on a different coat. Yeah, that figures. I'm warning you. I won't surrender alive. He aims the gun at the police officers, then back at you. And hold back your little pet writer there. I see him. Ooh. Puts his hand up and looks at the officer waiting for a signal. Well, now we'll come to an agreement, and everything will be just fine. Where's my book? I don't think we'll be coming to an agreement with you, thief. Quiet. No, we're going to make a deal, and I'm going to walk away. You're accused of stealing thousands of objects, and now that you're in our hands, you're not going anywhere. That's enough. Suddenly turning to you. This is all because of you, you bastard! The sound of a shot rings out. Etienne! You close your eyes. Damn it! You open your eyes and look down. The metal of Roderick's cage protected you from the bullet, but there's not much left of it now. You see a small, ragged scrap of paper inside. Derek, you moron, I told you to stop talking. Sorry, boss. You alright, Walker? Now it's your turn. Hands up. You look at the remains of the paper in your hand. Don't make us use force. Oh, we lost Roderick. Bullet. Just in shock. Etienne, it's best if you come with us now. We'll talk about all this at the station, okay? Hold on, what's that in his hand? It's a character, and not one from this book. Etienne, are you out of your mind? You're carrying around a stolen character even in your current situation? Derek, I can't take an isolated character. Call for backup. You shove the officer. His head slams into Derek, who staggers backwards, eyes shut. Damn it! Jump out of the book. Oh, man. Yeah, no, this is... What's up? Ah, excuse me. Get him. Ah! Well, we lost Roderick and the cops are on our tail. Hello? Leroy Roshan, also known as the Collector, was detained by the writer's police. He was later sentenced to erasure. The entire network of writers who used his services to buy stolen items were also detained, and the criminals received sentences ranging from 5 to 15. Etienne Quist was detained 5 minutes after his escape. The unknown stolen character was not found on him. Wow, 28 years later. So he has to serve out his sentence anyway. Well, I think this is his house. You run a hand over your face. Oh yeah, wow. Alright. Now I'm ready. So it's wow, okay. Where are we? Books are arranged neatly on the shelf. Man. Sir? How can I help you? My name is Etienne. Waiting for you to continue. Probably don't remember me. Worked together a long time ago. I can't seem to recall that. You sure you're in the right place? I'm sure. I'd even say we were partners. I just wanted to see how you're feeling. Looking around questioningly. I do believe I'm quite alright. Could I be worried about something? Do you remember your name? Of course. And where you live? Baker Street. That's good then. I had to make a few changes because of your injuries. Oh, that's Roderick. Oh. He's back in his book, but he doesn't remember us. Injuries, sir? Yes, although it seems everything worked out. Oh, yeah. He was like the... Oh, he's like a Sherlock. Like... Sherlock's, what's his word? What's the word? Partner or whatever. That's crazy. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm back. Watson? He nods to the man by the window. Holmes nods back. And you, sir? He looks questioningly at you. I'm on my way out. Someone you know, Watson? I'm not sure. You're quite certain you're all right, sir? Yes. My apologies again for disturbing you. Well, time to head back. I'm glad you're doing well, friend. Wow. Yeah, you found the book. I think it worked. Well, Roderick, it's time for me to figure my own stuff out. I had to revisit so many books before I found the right one. Oh, wow. Yeah, replaces, you know. Boarded up like that one guy's. Wow. Wow. Okay. And that was, Bookwalker Thief, the Bookwalker Thief of... Am I getting this? I'm sorry. My brain kind of shut. But yeah, no, that was the Bookwalker Thief of Tales. That was really fascinating. That was, like, really, really cool. Like, visually, it's very, very nice. I think the story is, like, very, very... I don't know. It's, like, a really, really neat, like, premise. Yeah, well, yeah, no. He had a sentence... for like 30 years. You know? Like, he did something like really, really taboo. But yeah, no, I like how Etienne isn't like, maybe it was just because of how I was playing him, but like he isn't like super duper competent. Right? He's not like a super duper competent thief, but like we do kind of like figure it out. But yeah, no, I think the you know, like, the concept is really interesting. And, like, the ideas around it are really, really cool. I kind of wish, like, there's, like, a part of me that would want to, like, oh, behavior worked on the console port? Crazy. But yeah, no, like, it's interesting. I'd be interested to kind of see how this game is. Like, I'm glad that this game has, like, a chapter revisit, like, screen, you know? Like, I think that's, like, really, really nice. Because I'd be very interested to see sort of how, like, these different chapters play. When you decide to do, like, some different things. It is, like, a really neat, like, adventure game, you know? And the combat is, like, interesting. It feels more like kind of solving a puzzle than, like, fighting someone, right? Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting it. Wow, okay. That was a really short one. Yeah, no, that's cool. So yeah, the game is not that long, actually. I guess. Like, you go through, like, these 6 books, and, like, it's, like, 6 and then, like, a half. So not a terribly long game. You do get to do, like, this stuff, like, out of the book and then bringing stuff into the book, and I think that's really neat. I feel like there's... I feel like there's like a way you could maybe like expand on that, but I'm not entirely sure how you would. I don't know. This game is like really, really sick. Also, I feel like this game has something to say about like, I don't know, just about like, I kind of want to say it as something to say about like creation, about like creating like stuff, you know? Like it uses like books as an example, but also like, it uses books as like its central thing. Like I'm pretty sure you could apply it to like other media, really. And sort of the concept of like just like taking stuff out of books, like to sell to like the highest bidder is like an interesting concept. I feel like it's trying to say something about like, I don't know. I don't want to say like art theft or like plagiarism or like what, or like maybe the idea is that like it's saying that like plagiarism does like destroy, like it does, like plagiarism is something that is like lucrative for a lot of people, and then like, and that it like destroys like stories, that it can destroy stories. I don't know. I don't know about that, like, because I feel like the Bookwalkers are seen as like actually like bad guys, like overall, like that's sort of the thing. Like Etienne is sort of like fighting, like he wants to be free of his shackles, but is still trying to like, but does not really find the work that he's doing is like particularly savory. Like he's doing some unsavory work there. Yeah, kinda. Like he doesn't find the work agreeable to him. It's like, but it kind of feels like his only like option. And even then, at the end of the day, he doesn't get the shackles off. He doesn't. I think he even like barely gets like a reduction of sentence, you know? And that's even after like, I mean, don't get me wrong, he does try to run from the cops. And I think that doesn't help. But like, that's even after like, what I would say is arguably doing the right thing of like, actually like getting this guy put away. Like he doesn't receive any sort of like material benefit from it. You know, and he sort of ends up just like boarded up in this apartment for years, for decades, like 28 some odd years, arguably. Just like the downstairs neighbor, where it's like, who we got to see, you know? I don't know, it's good. It's interesting. It's just kind of one of those things. Yeah. Of course, now I wonder, hold on. Now I wonder what happens if you... Of course, I wonder if the ending particularly changes them. Now I'm curious. But I feel like the ending is, well, I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting. But yeah, no, I'd be super down with, I don't know, this is the part where I look up the developer, because We beat the game really, really early, so it's like... Now I get to look up the developer and see what else they've done. Oh. Maybe... it's nothing. Well, hold on. Oh, they did, the final station. Okay, I've heard of the final. Okay. Interesting. If these are like the final station dev. Huh. See, I don't know. See, I don't know if there is like an actual like alternate ending or not. Because like I feel like I'm sort of given the choice, like in that moment. But like, I don't know how much that would really change. I think the only thing I could think of is that we would jump out of the book, but we would probably still get caught. So like I think it is the difference between like having them catch the guy and then not catch. I don't know. That's the only thing I can. But yeah, no. This game is really, really cool. I really enjoy sort of their. I don't know. I really enjoy like their takes on like different like I guess like different kind of like adaptions of stuff. Like having like the Norse gods be like an energy conglomerate. This like magic school falling into like disrepair and like this like magic school that's like trying to deal with like the modern world. This being essentially like I feel like this does have a bit of a sort of homage or maybe like a tribute to like Duke. Yeah, this one was neat with like the time shenanigans. This one was also kind of neat as sort of like an introductory. I think that was cool. Yeah, no. This is like a really sick game. I definitely recommend it. You know, I give it a recommend just because like I don't know. I'll say this: I would be interested to see somebody who is a lot smarter than me, like tackle it, like personally. Someone who's a lot smarter than me. Just because I'd be interested to kind of hear what people think of it and like what the game is like trying to say, right? Like that'd be what I'd be most interested. But yeah, no, this game like has the sauce. Man. I still love that like your first introduction to like this like we're just sort of chatting, right? This is like post playthrough chat, I guess. Just a little bit, but like yeah, no, I find it incredible. That like the first thing you do as soon as you one of the first things you do as soon as you get into like this book is like you turn the corner, you go into this this door, and you see the worst looking public bathroom you've ever seen. Like, it's awesome. Like, it's great. Okay. Well, no, chat. I don't really think there's much else to write home about. I basically the summary is that I super dig this game and that I think you should go and play it. Go and play it. Go and check it out. Go see for yourself. See what you end up with, and I don't know. I super vibe with it. I do find it funny though that I ran this in concert with like RoboCop, but like RoboCop and Stray and all that good stuff. But yeah, no. Yeah, so I guess right now the only playthroughs we got running now is RoboCop Rogue City and Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, which Paranormasight's been really, really sick. Yeah, it definitely has that metatext sense. I'd super, yeah, no. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Also, it does the thing where it's like, yeah, I think so. Well, RoboCop is like a very, I don't know. RoboCop thematically is very like anti-corporation, anti-privatization like stuff. You know, talking about how like the privatization of public services is like really, really bad and that you shouldn't do it. And how like, I don't know, and just like a lot of things like that. But yeah, no. But yeah, no, I think Saturday we'll do. Yeah, Saturday would be more RoboCop, and then we'll see. I get the hunch that I'm close to beating RoboCop, so like that's kind of where I'm at with that. And then it'll just be like Paranormasight all the way down, which has been like super fascinating. I would super. Like, if you can't check out the streams live, check out the VODs. Like, that game is wild. That game is nuts, and I do kind of love it. It gives me a feeling that I haven't had since, like, 13 Sentinels. But it's like, oh my goodness, I need to figure out what happened. You know? Okay. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this has been really nice, It's been very pleasant music to do chatting to. It's very like liminal. It's very what's the word? Ambient. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. People. That's a great question. What do people? Try to rate and just because I don't have any other ideas. I don't have any other ideas, chat. I usually don't. I've been saying this for years. I really should have like a backup game for like stream. You know what I mean? Like I should have like a backup where it's like when the game is done really, really early, I should have something. Oh, no. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get, like, I don't know. Maybe I should get, like, a city builder. I do like me some city builder. Hey, Balantro's pretty cool. I haven't played it myself, but Balantro, people seem to really dig Balantro. Yeah, no, we'll like raid out and we'll do all that. Say hello to someone. But anyway, yeah, no, I think I'm gonna call it early today. Bit of a bummer. Anyway, painting wall of roguelikes for the occasions. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I just can't really. I'll say this, I don't think roguelikes bother me. I think it's games that tack on a roguelike mode later that bug me. Especially if it has, like, its own, like, unique, like, story stuff, because it, like... Because I feel like in order to, like, experience the story, I, like, have to do it, and then it's just a matter of me trying to find, like, the dominant strategy of it. I kind of felt that with, like, Ghostwire Tokyo, where it was, like... Where it was, like, there was, like, this roguelike mode, and it was, like, its own unique thing called the Spider's Thread, and it was, like... And it was one of those things where it's like, man, like, I want to experience, like, the story stuff that this game has, but now I gotta do, like, this roguelike mode, and I don't know, man. Like, something about having to, like... Something about a lot of roguelikes being like, oh, well, you have to, like, redo your progress all the time. Like, I don't know. It feels like the perfect chance to have, like, a 4-hour stream where I get nowhere. You know? And I find that a little frustrating, I think. Granted, I do have some roguelikes on the backlog. I do have Hades on. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna actually, like, set this up. But you know, we're down to 2 games on our big funny schedule, and then once we wrap those 2 games up, we'll be having to figure out a new schedule, which will be really, really fun. But anyway, without further ado, let us roll it over now to the aftermath. So, chat, what have we learned today? We learned that being a hero doesn't really preclude you from your prison sentence. Who would have thunk? We also learned that, I don't know, that, like, sometimes some artifacts come in handy, especially if one of them's, like, a healing potion from a fairy tale. Pretty sweet. We also learned that, I don't know, like, it turns out Roderick was Watson this whole time. Who'd have thunk? Anyway, thank you for coming out to the Uncle Bandit stream. If you enjoyed streams like this, don't be afraid to leave a follow. If you want to help support the stream, you can also sub and donate. Those things really help me out. If you want to check out any old playthroughs or keep up with any current playthroughs, you can head over to the Uncle Bandit stream archive over on YouTube.com. And if you want to keep up with any stream updates like playthrough announcements or just want to see what I'm up to, you can check me out on Blue Sky at Uncle Bandit. This has been it for me, and this has been it for the Bookwalker, Thief of Tales. And I hope to see you all next time.